few new mount updates have been made in the game. Let's get into them. Intro to the Storm update reward. Let's see what this new mount looks like. An updated reward, I should say. Part of the 10.2.6 update includes the addition of many new meta achievement mounts. One of them is the addition of an old achievement, Into the Storm, which now rewards the Coral Scale Salamander mount. Now, this mount actually looks pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big salamander mount guy, but I do like this coral colorway here. It kind of gives me like a Miami Nights vibe with the aqua blues and pinks. I do like it. This mount was actually updated. This achievement was already in the game, but they did change the mount for it. This achievement was added at the start of Dragonflight and requires you to do some tasks under elemental storms, including killing 200 enemies under each elemental storm in each of Dragonflight's original zones. I didn't even realize these things were still going on, but now it might be worth doing, considering I like the mount so much. So these elemental storms, you can still do them. They are still popping around. They happen every 3 hours and last about 2 hours. It's random which zone will have the elemental invasion, but you just check your map for that little icon. You'll find it, kill some enemies, and get a cool looking salamander mount. Not bad. Another mount, the Good Boy. Yeah, the Good Boy dog. We actually talked about this one. The mount achievement has been changed. So many players are trying to get a World Awoken for the Good Boy mount. One of the problems that players are having is trying to finish the Q Zarlek due to the requirements of the Treasure of the Zarlek Caverns. So this thing evidently is limited. So people will loot it, and then everybody else around has to wait for the treasure to come back, and that's a problem. So Blizzard is changing that by just eliminating that whole thing. So you no longer have to do that part of it. You want to get the good old boy, you have to do the World Awoken still, but that whole part of the Q Zarlek is no longer part of the achievement. So you can get your good boy mount, get in, get it done. A degenerate being a degenerate. I always have to talk about these people because this is absolutely fantastic. Solar Power is a streamer who looted 1 million plunder in Plunderstorm. My God, 1 million plunder in Plunderstorm. This man grinded it out. Some people are claiming that he had other people playing for him, but he was live on stream, talking the entire time, saying, no, you guys are wrong. This is me. It's all me. And here he is, the very moment where he looted the 1 millionth plunder in Plunderstorm. Absolutely insane. Look at this thing. And he got the achievement Plunderkind. The Plunderkind achievement, 1 million plunder looted. Congratulations to him and everyone else who's playing Plunderstorm. Degenerate yourself better, because this man is far ahead of you. Evidently, there has been more mobs on the right side of the map than the left, and of course, parsers out there figured that out very early on. So Blizzard is updating the map to add additional enemies to now spawn at Witherbark Village, the wild area northeast of the Goshek Farm, and the wild area between Witherbark Village and Boulder Fist Hall. So if you've been landing on the right side intentionally because you found out there were more mobs on that side, this is being hotfixed. So there should be, less of that. Another thing Blizzard's doing is the storm at the end of the matches will hurt more. So there'll be more lightning strikes within the storm. The storm will become more enraged. So there's less chance of you to be able to actually hide in the storm and come back and be able to heal yourself. They're making sure that these end of matches fights happen quicker and happen more often. And if you don't remember, they recently nerfed the whole 7 to 10 leveling, so it takes longer to get from level 7 to 10, but it's quicker from 0 to 7. So hopefully people will be closer in level towards the end of matches, and it doesn't just go to who the hell is the highest level. They need to remove the bushes. Yeah, people do hide in the bushes, but the thing is, you're going to be so low level by the end, it's completely pointless. And now, last but not least, 19 weeks we've been in Season 3. I actually can't believe that. Let's review the current DPS standings and what is probably going to be one of the final weeks going into Season 4 here. Let's see where the current DPS rankings stand. Here we go. Looking at the overall statistics, and we see the one that has been at the top the entire time. Sub-Titty Rogue has been the king of Season 3, and there he is at the very top, but he is being followed closely by my kin. Yes, the Death Knights. Frost and Unholy are popping off lately, especially if you got the Legendary. So there you go. There's second and third. You got Fury Warrior coming up behind, and then Retribution Paladin. Basically, you got the Legendary group right here. Everyone who's benefiting from the Legendary since it's been buffed many times. They are sitting here at positions 2 through 5. Frost Mage, Arcane Mage, saw coming up from behind there. Arms Warrior, Elemental Shaman. Let's see who's sitting at the bottom here. Augmentation Evoker never tracks properly. We got Beast Mastery Hunter and Affliction Warlock. Warlock's been hurting. It's been hard to find Warlocks to summon. Look at them. All 3 specs are near the bottom. It's probably one of the worst spots I've seen Warlock in quite a while. Usually one of the 3 are sitting in the top 3. But here we see all three Warlock specs are hurting lately. Yeah, Sharon, I feel for you guys. There it is. There's the current overall damage statistic. Looking at boss damage. Let's see how boss damage looks. Unholy Death Knight sitting at the top. Finally passed up Sub Titty Rogue just by the slightest of margins. We got Sub Titty coming up from behind. Retribution Paladin, Feral Druid, Fire Mage, Shadow Priest, Arms Warrior, Ass Rogue coming up from behind as well. We know they like to do that. And then sitting here at the bottom, we see Marksmanship Hunter. Again, on boss damage, we see the 3 Warlock specs sitting kind of low. Shaman there hugging up in the middle. Looks pretty good. There hasn't been much change except for this little swap at the top. Nice to see Unholy returning as king. They were certainly king in Season 2. The biggest movers up and down. We see, again, Unholy went up 1 spot, overtaking Sub Titty. Elemental Shaman went up 4. Frost Mage up 4. And Marksmanship on 4. Those are the biggest movers up. The biggest mover down, Havoc Demon Hunter, down 5 spots. And Demo, down 4. Oof, the Warlocks. The Warlocks are just hurting. I don't know what Blizzard's doing. Maybe they got something in store for you guys in Season 4 here coming up.